Alright, so in this occasions, me as the leader of the opposition group, I will be telling you uh, my rebuttal statement against uh, the opinion which is um, conveyed and spoke by by Vidya Tamil. So in this case, there are a lot of things that I've already what's that underlined. First of all, is about population increase will also help in the growth of business in a big city. Actually, it is a very good point, which is said by Vidya Tamil, but one thing that we should underline is that a good business is not only exists in a big city. Why? Because if you think more, because if you think it differently, in a big city there will be always such uh, many competitors. Why? Because of this, population is increased population. That's why population increase is not always leading to the very good business growth, because there are a lot of people will unemployed because of this increased population. Why? Because there are a lot of competitors. That's it. Because there's a lot of competitors. Other people will be success and the other most of them are failed. So that's what happened basically in a big city. But if you start a business in a village, for example, if you start a business in a village, whereas there will be less people, so it means there will be less competitors. So you get what's that? Very good benefits in the long run process. That's why you need to consider to create a business in a village actually, rather than creating business in a big city where there are a lot of competitors that you need to take care of. So the next is about education, which he said that living in a big city will increase your chance and increase your chance to access education, which is very it is the fact it is like that, but it is a very good point to say. But in my own opinion, that education nowadays not only exists in a big city because of the internet will create such a global, a worldwide information. So you can access internet not only in the big city but also in the village. I guess the change is also the same. And he also said that about in a big city there are a lot of many good, many quality universities. There are a lot of good university which existed in a city. But the thing is, uh, actually, universities not only exist in the city, but I can deny the fact that many of them are exist in the city. But I just want to tell you that it's not always like that. Because why? Because if you think about Stikas Buleleng, for example, Stikas Buleleng is not located in the city, but it is located in a town, in a small town. It is Arsane Street in the Bungkulan village. It is a very good university that you can try on. And also in my regency in Karangasem, there are a lot of there are also good university like Monarch, for example, tourism university. It is very good because most of people from the village also come there to have an education. So we can't limit our conception where education only exists in the city. Universities only exist in the city. It is very, for me, it is wrong. I mean, it's a misconception, because nowadays, the university educations can be accessed everywhere. So for the next that he said about career choices, In a big city, he said that there are a lot of career choices. Like you can be a teacher, you can be a good businessman, you can be a trader, you can start every kind of business that you want to. But regarding about career choices, it's not. What is that? In a big city, it is kind of like I've said before. There are a lot of competitors, so maybe you have a lot of option, but the fact is, the reality is that whether you can achieve it or not. If you want to be a teacher, for example, there are a lot of, maybe you have thousands of competitors, which is it will decrease your chance to achieve your dream. But if you go to work, for example, to be a teacher in a village, you don't really have to compete with many people. Maybe like 10 or 5 or until 10 people you need to compete with. Rather than you compete in a big city, it is tough and also very difficult. Besides that, the current choices that you have whenever you start a business in a village, for example, you can create such big business like daily food supplies, which is basically what is that? It's basically from natural food supplies, like like vegetables, for example, carrot, potatoes, whatever. And also beside that, you can create such a local business like artistic figure, or creating for example, like a statue and other art form like that. So you can the business, the choice of career that the village give you is also varied, and it is something that you need to consider of, rather than you push your luck to go to the city with many difficulties. So I guess I think that's all from me. This is my rebuttal, actually. It's my rebuttal regarding to the statement which is have already told by Widyatama. So I think that's all about my perspective and opinion. Thank you for your attention.